Good day everyone. So did you get Castorice, or were you like most of the Honkai Star Rail content creators absolutely slamming Hoyo for daring to release a global passive that sets a bad precedence into the future, and then you still pulled on the character? Well, that's what we'll talk a bit about today, how the devs won. Effectively, it's anniversary time, so they want to make a bit of money. They'll give you some deals, 570% value. Kind of makes you wonder what the value is if you take the deal out. Then it's really expensive. But in any case, the devs want you to spend. They're even giving you a spending event to say, hey, if you spend on our Castorice, you can get that E1 Ruan May with a light gun. It's just, these guys are just doing it so well. And everyone knows this is predatory. Everyone knows this is just gotcha 101. And yet, despite the criticism of the bad gotcha practices, despite the fact that Castorice's global passive is problematic by most of the community's assessment, people still pulled. So why is that? Well, effectively, the Honkai Star Rail content creators have an incentive when there is drama to make videos because that's the paycheck. And now, with the release of Castorice, the paycheck is to promote the character. You see, you and I might interpret this initially as some sort of hypocrisy, but I think it really isn't. It's just a calculated business move by content creators, because think of it like this. During the downtimes before the anniversary, not a lot is basically happening in the game. There are not really that many exciting new characters to promote, and hence it becomes very easy to draw in the anti-Hoyo crowd and find appeal with them. But you know that the moment that the anniversary drops, a lot of people are going to come back. A lot of people are interested to see what is happening. A lot of people that aren't even on YouTube 24/7 or are on Twitch. And that is the crowd that you can now tap into during the busy time, and hence you can make your money. So from a strategic perspective, a lot of these content creators will tell you one thing, they will do another thing, and that's just the way in which everything works. But I think even more so than that, you can clearly tell that despite what is the perception of widespread community, I would almost say dissatisfaction with Castorice and their global passive, people still pulled because, well, guess why? Oh, I can tell you why. It's the same reason I pulled for Castorice. It's just because my account sucks. I'm not joking. A lot of people would look at this and be like, I can't spend money. I can't get over characters. I can't keep up with the meta. The HP inflation is really hurting me. And like me as well, you might not even have all the time to speed tune all these artifacts to do one cycle clears and all that nonsense. So what do? Well, like me, you come in from now and again, from time to time, you quit the game for a few months, you log back in, you get some rewards, you log off, and eventually with the big anniversary, you log in and you tell yourself, this is the new shiny toy. If I get the new shiny toy, my account's going to be instantly boosted up. And all of the other characters that I missed out, they're already not meta anymore, so I might as well get the character now that I'm in the mood for playing Honkai Star Rail. And that is the psychology. That's exactly just what happens. In fact, that is the exact same psychology that the devs use to get you to spend on the game, because if the baseline for spending is so expensive and inaccessible, suddenly anything that looks like a deal is going to comparatively look a lot better. This is called anchoring, and the devs have done this to like perfection. The way in which they implemented this, the whole pulling on the screen, this is just classic brilliant marketing, and it doesn't matter whether you are aware of it, whether you understand that this is a scummy practice. At the end of the day, you are a consumer, and what do you want to do? You want to consume, and if you're going to consume in any case, you would rather than spend. And that's exactly how a lot of people or the situation in which a lot of people find themselves in. So the only antidote to this really is to A, not watch the Honkai Star YouTube content creators, or B, just literally quit the game and keep quitting. Don't come back because you're tempted by what you see online. And for each person, they should make that determination themselves. From my perspective, I'm the fly-by-night guy. I look at what's happening here and I'm like, cool, let me just jam out a bit. I've been working really, really hard, as people that have watched my channel know, IRL with work and so on. So I'm just going to come back, relax, put like an Asmongold on my earphone and listen to some other podcast, play the game in the background and just have a bit of cheap entertainment. That's it. That's all I want. That's, I think, what most people really just want. If you are concerned by the meta and you're concerned about the state of the game, the value of your purchases being devalued because newer units are always going to be stronger, the precedent that's going to be set by global passives, and that you're always going to need characters or your account's going to be worse off, all of those things are valid, 100% criticisms. I cannot defend what Hoyo is doing. Intellectually, all the criticisms are sound from my perspective. But from the fun perspective, the average Joe perspective that really doesn't care about all of this, I can tell you, people like me, we're just going to do whatever. And if the story sucks, do you know what people like me are also going to do? I'm just going to Alt F4 and play Withering Waves. And if Withering Waves sucks, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Alt F4 and I'm going to go and play Genshin. If there's nothing to do in Genshin, then I'll go and watch an anime, or I'll go to a movie, or I'll go and eat steak with some of my friends, etc, etc. It's just, I think a lot of people get way too invested in a lot of these games, and they almost treat it like it's some sort of do or die situation. Really, just sit back, relax, and if you really like Castorice, and well, if you can't afford it, just quit the game and do yourself a favor. But if you can afford it and it's part of your entertainment budget and the time that you're willing to spend, I mean, you can go for it. Or if you don't want to and you just be like, hey, I want to go for the next thing that's going to be broken and overpowered, you can also go for that. I mean, not everyone's going to like a cute elf girl with a purple theme, which is kind of ironically in my style. So that's kind of why I played the game. But from my perspective, really, I think a lot of people give Hoyo grief, and it is just funny as an outsider to see the inconsistency in the messaging. But once you know that it's all just about the money, you can really, really understand why. For me, it's not about the money. I make content on YouTube as a hobby. I'm not one of those people that made content on YouTube and was a millionaire by the age of 30. Otherwise, I would have quit, according to some people. No, I've got I'm going to put in air quotes, a real job outside of YouTube, making millions already by 30. So this is just for the fun of it. And this is why I also would like to comment on things like this. Anyhow, from my perspective, thanks for watching. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and then we'll just pick up the usual Genshin content videos after this one as well. I just want to do a quick Honkai Star one. Alright, keep well everyone. Cheers.